Washing powder Nirma.
दूध सी सफेदी
Nirma से आई.
रंगीन कपड़ा भी
खिल खिल जाए. Very good morning, everyone. I am pretty sure you all know the rest of the lyrics. A few more jingles like Vico Turmeric and Amul, which pull strings of nostalgia. But do you know why? The reason is they are very well marketed. Marketing can be said as the key to any successful business model. So, without any further ado, let's start with the session. I am Jay Gorania from BSc Agriculture third year.
I Khushi Arora from BFAM MBA second year. We welcome you all to our 38th Fireside Chat, Pitch Perfect, a guide to marketing with Mr. Pranav Chachra, a graduate in computer engineering from Thapa University, Chandigarh, a well-acquainted player in marketing and management with more than 3 years of experience, who is also a chief marketing officer at Tech Analogy.
So, before starting, how are you feeling today on this wonderful Saturday morning, sir?
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I hope I'm pretty much audible properly. If I can just get a confirmation. Yes, thank you so much. So, thank you
Yes.
so much, team. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm doing pretty much well. Thank you so much. And if I just say that I'm very much obliged that you guys have asked me for coming and enlightening the students about some of the knowledge regarding marketing, pitching, how to pitch in front of investors, entrepreneurship. So, yeah, pretty much excited for the session.
We are also glad to have you, sir. Sir, now you can share your screen and throw some light over marketing.
Sure. So, as I guess the panel has already given me a little bit of my introduction, but if I just say a few lines about myself. So, yes, I am the Chief Marketing Officer of Technology, and I have been in the industry for a couple of years. I have understood, and not only just understood, gone deep dive into the sales, marketing, entrepreneurship. And yes, that's why I'm here to impart my knowledge in front of all of you of how this industry works and how crucial role sales and marketing plays in be it any industry, be it edtech, be it like I'm in the edtech industry, education technology, but be it any industry. So I just have a very few 10-15 minutes slide for you all of you guys to explain you how a startup is made, how you have to lay the foundation, how business strategies work into play, how marketing plays a huge role on all those scenarios, as well as once you have idea, once you have the team, how you should be going forward for pitching in front of an investor. And yes, then we can have some questions regarding the same. So yeah, I'll just quickly go ahead and present my screen, guys, to see, and we can then begin. Yep. Uh, if anyone of you can just give me a confirmation if my screen is visible for the audience. Is it visible, Jay?
Yeah,
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Cool. So yeah, as we were talking about entrepreneurship, startup. So I believe all of you, like from the past few years, Shark Tank has also been running very well, and the craze for startups have grown a lot. Earlier, we don't used to say startups. We used to say, not I, basically our elders, our parents. They don't used to know the meaning of startups. They used to just know, okay, naya dhanda hai, new business. I'm opening my own business. I'm opening by this, that. But now I guess the era has changed a lot. That even if the elderly people, our parents or the upper generations have now understood what a startup means and how important it is not only for the growth of the economy, not only growth of the country, but also people are actually taking startups now as a career. So yes, as did I after my graduation. Not only just after, like we started this startup with my other partners just from my second year of college. We started this, and I chose that after engineering, as I'll be coming to this question afterwards as well about my journey. But startup is not easy, but yes, before I proceed, I would like to just say that you should try startup once, because not only does it teaches you lots of things which I bet you cannot learn in any corporate job. Job is working for someone, whilst in startup you like the feeling of working for yourself, of getting things on board, getting people to work for you is a great feeling. So yes, if we go on the understanding the maze, basically laying the foundation, how a startup is made, how to start. Like I get lots of DM on people from people on my LinkedIn that, sir, I have an idea how to start. Just give me the give me the walkthrough, give me the whole process. But if I tell you about from my experience, there is no fixed process for a startup. It can start like this. Like I was just seeing a video on Shark Tank from this next season that the people from Recode, they just started a startup in 2 hours. They had an idea, they made a company, they established a company in just 2 hours. So it does not matter if you have to follow a certain journey, but a journey, what I know of how a startup should be made, and how, if you guys, any of you are looking forward to be budding entrepreneurs, want to start your own startups. So the first step is ideation. We generally feel that people, we listen or understand how to get an idea, how to get an idea for a startup, and all the people say yes, what is missing, as I have also written in my slide, what is missing, what is the problem statement, that you should solve something in the society, then you can have a startup. It's fine also, but it's not fine also. It's true most of the times, but even though if you're not solving a problem, but you're solving it in a unique way. For example, we all know Swiggy, we know Zomato solved the problem. They came up with a delivery partner service app. Swiggy just curated and found out a new way of implementing it. Technically, the idea is same. Food delivery. The idea is same. They are not solving any new problem, but they're solving it in their own unique way. So yes, for starting a startup, it's very important that you should be having great foundation of what is missing. You can predict some things, but at the end, you have to do your own way. No matter what, even if it's a problem in society or not, even if you're able to show it to the audience, the dude, you have a problem, then it's fine. If I just give you one small example, we all know the company named Cred. I guess all of you know Cred is just a portal which came up with paying their credit card bills. It was no problem. I can, if I have a ICICI Bank credit card, I can pay my bill on ICICI portal. Why should I come to Cred? So technically, Cred was not solving any problem these days. Now they have changed their program and they are also giving loans, credits. Earlier, they didn't solve any problem, but execution was different. So that is what it is, guys. It's not important just to solve a problem. Just if even if you do it with a unique way, it's more than good to go. But yes, you need a team, no matter what. I and we, like when we started the startup in second year with my partners, we were just 2-3 people working, and we saw that curling, yeah, we can do everything. We can do. We are engineers. Engineers are already known for doing lots of things in very short time. We just study for 2 days before exams, and we can get good marks. But at the end, when we are looking forward to scale up, you need to have a good team. No matter what, I can work 15 hours a day, 16 hours a day. I have an upper limit. No matter what, I am ready to give all of the things to the life. But still, you need a team. That's very much important. So, if any one of you is looking forward to make their own startups, make sure or have in your mind that you need a good team. It's very important. You cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You have to sleep as well. You have to have your other activities. No matter you give your personal life away, but still you need a team. So just keep that in mind. And yes, this, as I was telling you, the journey of a startup, first foundation, then you have a team, then you have to have your first impact, that is with your prototype. That, dude, I have got this startup, I have got this plan, I have got this product. Now I am ready to get customer feedback from the audience with the prototype. That is the laying the bricks of the foundation. And that's very much important, guys. Very much important. And yes, once you have the prototype already running, once the consumers, all of these people verify and give you a validation that, dude, your product or service, whatever it is good, and you should be thinking to scale, and you should be now thinking of making it into an actual business. then the scaling up comes in. And there are lots of ways of marketing, lots of, like, these are not the ways, like, we all once, I like to say that there's a myth that B2B, B2C, B2G are types of marketing. It's not. These are just modes of transactions. For example, if I'm transacting some service or product or monetary basis with some other business, it's B2B. With the consumers through a business, it's B2C. These are not types of marketing, guys. So just come out of these things. These are the ways of doing business, the types of the modes of transactions that we have. And once a product is running and once a service is running, we need to have a proper market penetration. And I guess that's a self-explanatory point, because every person would want to have lots of consumers of the product. Every company would want that. So, like, what if I come and say you that, well, once you have a product, you just market it. It's obvious you would want to market it. You would want to have sales. You would want to have great custom acquisitions. But the recipe, if you ask me, how to do it, what I will say to you is hit and try. No matter, see, if I come to you guys and be a knowledgeable person and tell it to you guys that, dude, this is the strategy, do it and you will be successful, it can work it out. I'm not saying I'll give a bad strategy, but it can work out. But it's not a guaranteed way. It's your business, and you should not be influenced with someone else. You can take advices. That's why we have advisors, board of directors that gives advices to the founders. But advice is a separate thing. Getting influenced and changing your own business strategy and scaling up is a different thing. So business plan that you should be focusing on is the game. And yes, as I was saying, once all these are set, you have a small business running, you're bootstrapped right now, you don't have a funding. Now is the game of going in front of investors and raising funds. Be it your pre-seed, be it your seed rounds, be it your any types of funding, you should have a business plan. Guys, if I just break down, like, I guess a lot of you guys should be knowing this, that whenever you're pitching in front of an investor, scrap all those things, they just want business. What an investor is thinking is that, for example, guys, if I have 1 crore rupees, I can park my money in FD and get a 6%, 7% interest rate per annum. So if I am wanting to invest in your startup, I am wanting to have great rewards, great raises in terms of not just monetary basis, but also some of my fame as well as a investor. That's what investor wants. They just want to see that if they park the amount in your startup, how are they gonna be getting the rewards? That is what they want. So whenever you're pitching your business plan, your go-to-market strategy, your return of investment for the investor is the only thing important. Like, I just see a lot of people when they make some common mistakes when they are pitching in front of what we also did at the initial rounds. Right now we are funded, we got the funding from an investor. But initially, when we also used to pitch in front of investors, we also used to do some wrong things. That's why I'm here to give you my experience. That what investor wants, they don't want random vague things on their plate. They don't want to tell you that, okay, sir, this is the product, this is the service, this is the problem, this is the solution. They don't want this. They don't have time for that. They don't have the time to listen to your stuff. They want a story with a return of investment. Simple as that. They want you to tell you that if you have a problem, show me the problem, show me the consequences of that problem. That, okay, if this is a problem, these are the consequences, this is the solution that we are proposing, and with this is the customer audience, with this is the business plan, and we will be making your amount doubled or tripled or quadrupled in this much amount. That's what they want to know. They want to hear the story. If I have a very short example for you all of you guys to explain you how much amalgamation of things is important. Guys, as it's stated on my screen as well, this is not bread. These are different ingredients which are useless right now. If you keep it at this is the problem, solution, market strategy, business plan, these all separately have no identity and they are not important. The amalgamation, accumulation of all these things together makes sense. And then we come up with a product or a pitch. So whenever you're going in front of an investor, you should keep in mind that accumulation of things matter, not separate things. So whenever you're telling a story, Your story should make a flow. Your thing should make a flow that, so this was a problem. We found out that these category of people are having these much consequences of our problem. And we want to solve them with our product, which will be giving us this much reach. We'll be doing this with this go-to-market strategy. This will be a business plan to make money for the startup. And if you invest this much money, we'll be able to double it, triple it, or give you a great ROI, return of investment, with this much time. That's what the people want to hear. And yes, market analysis, forecasting. We all see these fancy graphs. I have also put on a fancy graph for all of you guys. Basically, what does it mean? If I just give you the chunk of it, it just means that you should forecast your things. You should do some predictions and market analysis. That if I have a product A right now, I am predicting to make 10 more SKUs or 10 more different products in different categories with this much time, and they will come up with this much sales. And if I have this much sales, I have this much revenue. I have this much revenue, I have this much expenditure. So I should be able to get this much profit. Because if you don't make a plan, it will be hard for you to go ahead. But yes, plans do fail. No matter what plan you make, you can, I bet you on this. When you're running a startup, obviously, if you have unlimited amount of funds, then no plan can go wrong for you, all of you. But if you are short in funds and you are a young budding entrepreneur and you want to raise funds or you want to scale up your business, scale up your startup, forecasting and having a proper market analysis is pretty much important. Because you should be knowing that, dude, if I am right now here, what am I in next 5 years? Am I something, or am I depleting? Am I dipping in terms of revenue generation? Because if you plan, you can plan out the consequences, and if you can plan out the consequences, you can plan out the stuff. But as I am saying it again, plans do fail. So you should not be running away from situation, and you should not be foolish enough to drop the startup idea, because you will have ups and downs. All the people know this. I am also saying the same thing. Startup is full of ups and downs. Sometimes you are killing it. You're killing it in the industry. You feel like I will crush the bigger competitors. Sometimes you feel that they'll crush me. So you should not be demotivated with stuff. And yes, the one quote which me and my partners believe in very much: stay hungry, stay foolish. Because if you stay foolish and stay hungry for getting somewhere, or actually solving a problem, or actually delivering the right product to the audience, then is the stuff where it matters. And I guess with this, I'll just not just extend any further. I have just tried to give you guys a very short, I will say very brief journey of how you should be going forward for making a startup, how you should establish the foundation with the right team, going ahead with the product, having a customer feedback, then scaling up. Then once you have scaled up, you can go forward with asking for investments. So that is what I have just gotten from. Definitely, there are lots of technicalities which I guess I won't be able to cover up in this one or at itself. So for all those young entrepreneurs, and I just have a great opportunity for all of you guys as well. For all those young entrepreneurs or the people who want to learn or want to get the startup experience, I have an opportunity for you that you can just join us. If in case you want, you can get some internships in all of your domains, paid internships, unpaid internships. We have all of them. You can scan the QR code and definitely come join us in case you want that. But yes, we have a good session ahead also to go forward with. So with this, I just come to end, Khushi and Jay, with my presentation of a short glimpse of whatever things I wanted to cover and give it to the audience for the pitching perspective. And yes, for the other, we have lots of things to discuss here, I guess. So we'll now just carry forward onto those things. And yes, guys, you can just quickly you can scan the QR code in case you want, and we'll be more than happy to serve you and have you guys and give you the startup experience. Yes, guys.
So it was a very insightful session for us. Now starting with the questions. Everyone has something or other idea of what marketing is. But starting from basics, what actually is marketing according to you?
Yes, like I guess that definitely that's why I'm the CMO, so I should be knowing what is marketing. So definitely I'm coming to that question. So yes, Jay and Kushi and all the audio audience. What I feel, guys, like people very much get confused in sales marketing. Like sales is this, marketing is this. Guys, marketing comprises of lots of components like publicity, promotions, advertising, all those things. But what if I tell you that the main end goal for marketing is not sales. The end goal of sales is generating revenue. The end goal of me doing marketing is reach out to the audience, because if I do the marketing the right way, I will be able to reach out to the audience, promote my product, get the publicity, get people to recognize my brand, recognize my product or service. And once they feel that, okay, it's actually adding value to my life, then only they will buy it and you will get customer acquisitions. So if I just quickly sum up what is marketing in my knowledge, people say very fancy terms, 4 P's of marketing, this, that, is that in MBA. We learn lots of things of marketing, that marketing this, marketing that. Definitely, those all will be correct. I'm not saying that. But my basic knowledge for a layman to explain marketing is all the strategies or all the things you use. And yes, these days digital marketing is running a lot of good way, but you don't need that. Even if you are able to market your brand without the use of internet, you are good to go, because the people, the main thing is that you want is customers onboarded. So yes, if we understood marketing is basically, what I feel is the end goal, that why am I doing marketing, why am I doing those stuff, is to outreach my service or product to the audience so that they can validate my product. And once they do that, yes, I have them on board as a customer. Yes, that's what I want. As every entrepreneur, every startup wants to have customers, because that is the main agenda of doing the business. For that, you need to outreach. And for outreaching, we use various marketing tools, marketing strategies, marketing components, be it advertising, be it publicity, or just word of mouth. So yes, I guess that's what I know and what I feel of marketing.
Thank you, sir, for such wonderful definition for marketing. So there was one more question that was still in my mind. Given your extensive marketing knowledge, can you explain us different aspects of marketing domains or strategies that or marketing methods for us so that we can be of with.
Yeah. So if I just come to this, that yes, with there are lots of ways of marketing, lots of strategies comes into play, maybe tactics. Like I guess all of you, like there's a very trend going on the social media of Blinkit and Zomato, what they have done with just billboards of that. So they had a pretty much great collaboration in terms of marketing, that they put out just together billboards of their themes. So if I tell you, marketing is a very creative domain. What it means, you cannot have a fixed way of marketing. Yes, we have a fixed way: social media promotions, billboards, posters, TV ads, newspaper ads, radio ads. These are the very generic, normal ways. I guess all of you, I just took the example of Cred. What Cred did uniquely is that they hired great popular super artists, super actors to be onboarded with for doing ads for them. It was a great way of marketing. They penetrated, like no one knew Cred 1 year ago. No one knew Cred. In just 1 year, they have made sure that even though I will just still say Cred is not able to give you a great product. They don't have a product. They are just giving you a service which is not needed. But with the help of marketing and with the power of marketing, I will bet they sponsored IPL. They did lots of, they burned a lot of money in terms of marketing. So that was a great strategy to penetrate the market and at least make people aware of credit, even though you're not a user of credit. Like I will still say, a lot of people are here in this session. You might not be a user of credit, but you know credit. Like I have asked lots of people, like from 10, maximum 1% uses credit. If I ask 10 people, maximum 1% actually uses credit, but all of them know about the company. So they had a new strategy. They hired great TV artists. They hired actors. They hired, cricketers. They hired Olympians. All those people did branding from them. So no matter what orthodox idea you use for marketing, if you have a unique way of doing marketing, Like, I also remember one more incident that KFC once did a marketing campaign of giving away a free piece of chicken in US, but it failed miserably because so much audience came into the KFC stores that they had to apologize in front of everyone that we are not able to fulfill all demands. So uniqueness is great, creativity is great until you can fulfill it. Else it can go into bad PR. So yes, I guess Kushi, that's what I feel of things ahead in terms of marketing. Yes, I guess we can go for the next question.
Sure, sir. Sir, can you suggest us any ways for marketing for Saturday 10 a.m.?
Can you please repeat, Jay? Just repeat once.
Like, can you share us some suggestions for marketing for us, like Saturday 10 a.m. marketing?
Okay, great. So if about the Saturday 10 a.m. team, that if you want to do some marketing, basically what I saw in from you guys in my experience, that you are a great organization, you have a great team. Kudos to your team as well. So I will not suggest you go for ads, spend money, go on Google ads, spend money on Instagram ads. Not needed. Just if I tell you guys about our startup, just to go away from this topic which Jay asked me, we have till date not spent a single money on marketing. Our startup, we have right now a 5 crore evaluation of the company. We have till date not spent a single dollar, not a single rupee, because we have this thing in our mind that marketing can only be done in the paid channels. It's not. So what I would suggest to Jay and all the Saturday 10 a.m. team, associate with colleges, because what is the agenda? What is the goal? To give out knowledge to students. And what is the best place for that? Colleges, no matter just NMIMS, other colleges as well. There'll be a great market for it. People are hungry to learn. These days, with the new era of startups, with the new era of corporate culture, like I hope all of you will also be hoping to go forward for any great dream company jobs after your things ahead as well. So why do you want to go that? One factor will be money, definitely, but another factor will be to get the experience. But the experience is just limited in a corporate. When you're doing a startup, when you can impart education on entrepreneurship, on startups, on how people can have Saturday sessions with, you can share with them, bring in experts from the industry who will be coming and giving guidance. So yes, collaborate with college clubs, collaborate with the colleges, so that they can give you the right reach, because it will be beneficial for the students. A college director or faculty or HOD, their goal is benefit of the students. That is what they're working for. That is what they get the salary for. So associating with them will be a huge factor for you in terms of marketing. That's what I would like to say, Jay.
Thank you for your valuable suggestions. Now coming back to subject, we would like to ask what are common myths associated with your career?
Okay. So like, if I talk about my career, that like, see, all, like, I guess all of you will be knowing from this much time that I pursued computer science engineering from Thapar College, Thapar University. So a myth can be that like, I'm the CMO right now. So a CMO should have marketing background. That can be a myth, I guess. That if you are a chief marketing officer, you're running a business, you are doing these stuff, and you should have a great marketing background established. You should be a MBA marketing, this that, for you to learn those things so that you can impart it to the people working for you. I guess I'm doing a pretty good job, not boasting about myself, definitely. But I guess I can proudly say that I am not doing a bad job in this. So definitely, it can be a great myth that uh, educational background comes into your way of making people judge you. Like, you all can judge me that I'm an engineer, but still I'm imparting the knowledge of marketing. So the myths which I feel in this of my career, as you asked, Jay, that I feel is that no matter you come from what background, the main thing which actually matters is the knowledge you have and experience. It does not matter these days. Even companies, they don't ask for your degrees. They ask for your skill set. They ask for your knowledge. If you have the right knowledge, if you have the right skill sets, you can definitely get any opportunity. Do a startup, associate with another startup, do a job without a degree. Companies are hiring without a degree because they don't want your educational background, because it does not matter. Even though you're from a tier 3 college, you can get a job in Google. That's what our startup is also working for, helping you get jobs in your dream companies with teaching you the right skill sets. So, Amit, I would like to just wrap up that knowledge is what matters, experience is what matters, not a resume, not a single piece of paper which tells you that I did my education from IIT or IIM. It obviously gives you a great validation, accreditation. But if you're an IITN or an IIM person, but you have no knowledge, you're not able to please the interviewer where you are giving the interview, then again, that degree is also useless. So the myth can be that go for skill set, go for developing your skills, gaining experience, because that will help you land into a good place, not your educational background. It can help you, but not deliver you without any other assistance. If you're an IITian, you can get recommendations, referrals for getting a good job. IIT can help you with getting a good placement, but placement to आपको खुद ही करनी है. So that is what with your skills you will get it. Yes, I guess that's the myth.
Thank you, sir. So, while coming across your profile, we noticed that you started engineering. Like you just said that before transitioning to marketing. So, what motivated you to do this?
Yes. So basically, guys, if I tell you, as I said, I was totally into engineering, and we started the startup from my second year. So the one of the main hitback or maybe turning point for me myself into pursuing even a startup was COVID. COVID played a very big impact on this. College was shut. We were having totally online studies. I guess what we all know what it is. So definitely, it also I was bored. I want to do something. I was at home doing nothing, having just completing my assignments which I'm getting from my college, not learning something. I wanted to come out of my comfort zone. So main inspiration which I got is that I am right now comfortable doing engineering. I want to do something uncomfortable. I want to do some struggle. I don't want to like I'm in a good college, no matter. I can get a good job once I go in my fourth year, in my final year. But I wanted to struggle. That's why we thought on our idea, we worked upon it, and I did some internships in some other companies as well earlier to gain experience, to learn the market. And once I went ahead, basically what inspired me was like, when we were starting, when we were hiring interns, we were hiring employees in my third year. That feeling for working for yourself, that feeling of people working for you, not you working for people, is a great turning point. Like I denied my placement in my fourth year. I got a placement. I was going to appear for my placements, but with my own perception, with my own knowledge, I didn't go for that. I went for doing something of my own with my team, because working for yourself, you get great benefits. You don't need to just wait for your boss to approve your application for your leave. When you're doing your own business, your own startup, you're not aware. You can work from anywhere. You have certain perks, which, like, I will just say, if I in one line, if I just say you of what was my turning point, being an employer rather than being an employee. So that was a great turning point for me. That I denied my own placement, but I'm giving placement to people right now. So that is a great feeling. I must say this.
Okay, sir. Thank you. There was one more question that, like, you are from tech background, and a lot of marketing is being shifted to online platforms. So, how does your tech background helps in this thing?
Yes, that's a great question, I guess, because like I guess if I go 3-4 years down the lane before, so no one heard of any terms digital marketing, social media, this that. But now AI, machine learning, social media, digital marketing tools, SEO have held a lot, because they have basically the online strategies, the online ways, the tech as we call it, is able to help a local business turn out to be a global business. In one line, if I just sum it up, a local business can now be a global business. Like we all see that there are lots of small businesses on Instagram. So if I am into handmade stuff, into crafting handmade, some handlooms or something like that, some products, I can have my own small business with using the tech, the marketplace, or the social media app, Instagram. So it's helping them go into the audience. The tech, the internet, obviously, the internet has also helped a lot way. But if I just go into the tech, that with nowadays we have all those AI stuff, all those things. I guess all of you must have also seen various reels on Instagram that you don't need any money right now. You have all these softwares. You can create a website. You can do this. You can do that. You can have a marketplace. You can have a payments portal. You can have a content writing AI. You can make posters totally with tech, with online platforms. So it has helped budding startups could have, for example, if I am from computer engineering, right now I have no knowledge on how to make a poster. I don't need that right now. I don't need to hire someone because the AI will do it for me. The tech will do it for me. So that is what has helped entrepreneurs and young and the elderly people. Like the elderly people, you don't need to learn technology for that because it's so user friendly these days. You can just ask the AI. AI will do everything for you. They have lots of platforms, lots of things. We have also seen Chat GPT going very famous these days. So definitely tech is the new ahead. Definitely technology will be helping a great way, no matter in just making a startup, but in terms of every automation. So tech helps you going for automation, and that's what we have also experienced. So I guess that's my take on this, that with the help of tech, you can have great automation, and automation will help you scale your business in a great way. The work which you will be able to do in 1 year can now be done in 1 day. That is with the help of tech and the automations.
Okay, sir. So, what are the best possible ways to market a startup company? Like they have the traditional mindset. So, like a small startup company, so how will they reach out to the people?
Yeah. With my knowledge, see, there are two ways, only two things that we will be having. There are two constraints I would like to say. First, you have not a problem with funds. If you have unlimited funds, you have a good investor, lakhs of crores of rupees, then you can be a superstar in just 5 days. Spend money, spend it on Google ads, spend it on Facebook ads, and you'll be a superstar in no time. If you have funds, and if you're ready to burn money, that we call in the startup industry, that if you are ready to take losses, have great amounts of expenses, then you can be a superstar in just 5 days. Hire marketing agencies, and they will make sure that you reach out to every Indian or the global level as well. But if you don't have funds, if you are a budding startup, you're bootstrapped, you don't have funding. So there are lots of, the best example I will still say digital marketing, because earlier there was no digital ways. So you had, if you want to do marketing, you had to spend money, get pamphlets, spread it out in newspapers, put posters, which you, all the ways which used to have money as a factor. But now I guess money is not a factor. You can do all these things for free. You can go out to the global level without spending money. So the best strategy I will say for startups for doing marketing or publicity or promotions, I will say not to directly jump on to spending money. Go forward with the first simple orthodox ways that I call again. That you should not focus on right from the first day. Let me do SEO, search engine optimization, SEM, fancy terms. I also love fancy terms. I also will suggest, for example, if we are having a new business, immediately get your own website, immediately get your own application. Not needed. There are lots of businesses not till date having a website, not having an application, just using social media, Instagram, and doing more business than all of us as well. So I guess you don't need to spend money for doing marketing. You can do it if you have the right mindset, the right skill set, and the right team. Marketing is a very diverse term, and if you feel that it can only be done through ads, you're pretty much wrong in that. You have lots of other channels which now, with the help of tech, with the help of automation, have been developed, which can help you go forward in your journey for marketing.
Sure, sir. But marketing being creative and having an influence on your target audience, there are times for rejection also. So how do you stay consistent while you work, and what motivates you while that?
Definitely. I will like what I feel from my journey and from my perspective. There is one word rejections and there is one word validations. Like if I have a product, I launch to the audience. If they're rejecting my product, not going forward, not buying my product, not investing money in my product. So the best way I can be, what I can understand is that people are not validating my product. I have to make my product that it can be validated from them. I have to have a product the right way which can serve that target audience. If I have a product for young generation, I cannot target it to the elderly audience. And if I have a product for elderly audience, I should not target it for the young generation. The most important thing and the way which comes into your way for rejections is that you target your product to the wrong target audience. If you are approaching like IPL started with the target audience for IPL is everyone. So the rejection rate for them will be very less. But if we talk about young brands, some athletic brands, some sportswear, it can be for young generation also. It can be for elderly generation also. But their main target audience will still be the young generation. So if they're spending money doing advertisements with terms of elderly people, they will get rejections because those people maybe right now are not ready to accept their product. They can be in the future with because these days, like we should be understanding that Indians are skeptical, very much skeptical. You should remember this. That we Indians, we all of including me, all of us, we are skeptical into trying new things. We want to have the things only which makes us comfortable. We don't want to go uncomfortable, try a new thing which is out of our comfort zone. But if you impart the knowledge, we all see spread awareness that we all know that if we spread awareness about changing a trend in the market, changing the conceptualization of the Indians, of all the people, then we will definitely be having less rejections because now you are motivating the public to try your product, which is out of their comfort zone. So education awareness plays a huge impact in terms of lessening or downgrading or depleting your rejections, because if you know that I have a great product but people are not trying a product, they are reluctant to try new things. If I am into drinking Tata chai, I don't want to switch to some other partner, some other brand. But if you can squeeze out a marketing strategy or in something way, give it out for free, burn some money, give it out for free, give some demos, do marketing campaigns. So if you know that you have a great product, you just need to get people for try for it. And I guess we all know the great company Geo. They had a great product. They made people try it out for free, and then people got addicted. And now people are ready to pay any amount of money for getting the same service. So rejections will lessen once you have a great customer acquisition. And for that, you need to have a great product. And once you have that, marketing and sales will be helping you go with the right approach. I guess that's my answer.
Yes.
No one will always be comfortable in facing rejection. So
I guess your net is lagging. Can you please repeat?
sorry sir for the glitch. I would like to announce that we are open for questions from viewers as well.
Yes, guys, I would be more than happy to answer some questions as well. You have any question in terms of anything which I can help you with? If you feel I am worthy enough, definitely hit me up with questions. I am more than happy to answer them. Like I see a lot of people in this meeting. Like I hope I'm not boring everyone, and you are pretty much bored of with my session. That I have other things to go and I have other things to attend on my weekend, on my Saturday. But if you still have some questions for me, anyone from the session, from the panel, or from the audience, please go ahead. I would be more than happy to answer. I guess the audience is pretty much shy, or maybe they are not in the right way. I guess we can carry on with your questions, Jay and Kushi.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. So, like coming to entrepreneurship, so how many types of investors are still there that have different ways of approaching them? Like अभी भी कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो हमें approach different तरीके से करते हैं.
Yes, definitely. So, if I just break down, there are mainly two, three kinds of investors. Mainly, if you go into types of investors, one is a very famous term that I guess, all of us would have heard: angel investors. That is just a person who will just come, give you money, and go. They will not be sitting with you to make your business grow. They will not be your strategic investor. Like in Shark Tank, I guess we all, if you guys are watching that, you would have been learning that I will come as a strategic investor, where they will be sitting, working on with you guys for developing your brand, for developing your startup. So that is where a strategic investor comes into play. Whereas angel investing, where we have angel investors or investment companies, they will just give you money, give you the funds that you require, and they will just wait for their ROIs. They will not, you should not expect from them that they will sit with you for your business, give you some strategies, work for your development, work for your startup development, or something like that. It does not matter for them. They are here just to park their money into your company for grabbing their shares, and they would be wanting to have some good ROIs, return on investments on them. So that is about investors. And yes, the second part of how to approach investors, I guess we now, India is having great era of startups that right now, every month or every weekend, I will say, or every day, in fact, any event, startup summit, business conclave, entrepreneurship events are happening in India, where investors comes in. Government of India is supporting lots of startups with lots of investment opportunities. Startup India, there are lots of incubation cells, accelerators, which help you go approach an investor. But if you want to know the orthodox way, which I guess is not a failure, I will say, like you can just randomly go on internet, search for investors, and just drop them an email. The chances of them checking your mail and replying to you will be very negligible, I will say. But still, I will not say it's a bad approach initially for a very early stage startup. Once you're recognized, investors will come directly to you with the help of incubations, accelerators. So I will just suggest one thing. When you are now with the new trend of startups, when like we also did the same thing, that you should get your startup incubated with some organization. You should have some accelerator on board, because those organizations, be it a government body, be it a private organization, helps you a lot. These companies, these organizations help startups approach the investors, prepare you for your pitching, prepare you for your further journey, so that you can have a great experience. So and you can scale up your business, which is your motive, I will say. So definitely, I guess that's are the pretty much mainly two types of investors which are there, who will actually help you and understand the things ahead. I guess I have one question from Smith, that how can one pitch to investors without coming across as forceful? Yes, in sales, I when I take sessions of my interns, I don't prepare like all the other companies. We like all of us girls sales calls that pitch about our product. नमस्कार, मैं कंपनी से बात कर रही हूँ, क्या आपके पास मेरे लिए 2 मिनट हैं? We all have heard this thing, right? So we should not sound like a salesman or a saleswoman. We should not sound like someone who is greedy, who is in need. Like, for example, if I'm pitching it to some front of some investor, I should not sound like I am in need of that. Though I am in need of funds, I am in need. I am hungry for funds. That's why I'm in front of an investor. But it should not be obvious to an investor that the investor feels that they just want money from them, not something else. You should respect the investor. You should take feedback, even though you should not get influenced with some investor. If they're, for example, if you have a product this and they're asking you to make this, you should not directly jump on and do whatever the investor is saying. You can take advices, you can take recommendations, not be influenced. So whenever you're pitching in front of an investor, whenever you're doing sales, you should not sound like a person who is forcing you that please buy abhi right now, buy right, pay right now. Even though our intention is that only, we would want them to pay right now. Our attention is that much only. But the main, I forgot the name, so I guess it was Smith. So Smith, if I just answer your question and just tell you about how you should be talking and how you should be pitching, is the wordplay, using right words. You can say, you can even force or manipulate an investor for asking for funds, but you shouldn't have one thing in your mind: using the right words. Manipulation with the right words can take you anywhere. If, for example, we all get calls, I'll just take one example here, that we all get calls that, hello, am I speaking with this person? Am I speaking with that person? Hello, I'm Pranav. Am I speaking with Khushi? So this is a wrong approach for sales. If you get a call like this, we tend to ignore that, because we have this trigger in our mind that this is a promotion call. मेरे को ये insurance credit card बेचेगा. I don't want this. But if we start with a different way, if we start our pitch with a different wordplay, different use of words, that I hope I am connecting with Khushi. I hope that's the right time to talk to you. So different sentences, different active passive can be, or different wordplay can help a lot in pitching, because our intention is to get funds. Intention is correct. You cannot change that. You should not change that. Using the right words to manipulate, even though it's very hard to manipulate an investor, because they have heard hundreds and thousands of pitches, so they know what you want. They know from that. So I guess that's pretty much important. And yes, if I see a new question from Siddhi, how to start from ground zero without no such knowledge about startup? I had no knowledge of startup. I had zero knowledge. I was doing coding in C++, Python in my engineering. So Siddhi, I guess yes, yeah, Siddhi. So I can give you a lecture right now, give you motivation that, Siddhi, you know one thing, you should read books, you should get knowledge, get experience, and you will be able to do a startup. I can do this, but I will not do this. My way, which I will suggest all of you, is the best way of doing a startup from ground zero is by doing it without thinking it. If you just keep on thinking, making a perfect plan, that I will not do it until I have a perfect plan, you need to get your hands dirty. You need to jump on into the field, hit and try. You will face failures, but failures will teach you the right way. It's not that no one can give you, I bet on you. You can call anyone, and you can call Steve Jobs. They will not be able to help you and give you the best plan for your startup. You will only get it once you go on the field, once you get your hands dirty. When you learn from your mistakes, learn from the downhauls, learn from your mess ups, learn from your mistakes. So there is no walkthrough. Even though there are lots of walkthroughs, but I will still say it's useless. They can be giving you knowledge, but it cannot give you the right direction for your specific startup. So the best answer for this will be, get your hands dirty, jump onto the field, sacrifice something, compromise on things to actually understand the need of that. That's, I guess, is pretty much important. Yes, I guess anyone else have any questions for me?
Cool. Now I hope Siddhi is more clear about how to start with. So it's
I also hope
going
the same.
really great, but as good things come to an end. So the last question will be, what would be the piece of advice you would like to leave with the viewers?
Okay, so like I guess I'm not a very elderly or old person from all of you. I'm of the same generation. We can be just 1 or 2 years up and down from all the audience we have. So if I give you some piece of my advice, my version of Pranav's version of what if you have an idea, if you want to do a startup, if you want to uh, jump onto the entrepreneurship field, or maybe you are bored and want to try something, or maybe you are wanting to do a job, I will just suggest you one thing, that try to be part of a startup or do your own startup. Work in the startup culture once, because we are young minds. We have energy right now. Like, I'll just tell you one more incident. I go with my partners in lots of e-summits, startup competitions. business conclaves, business meetings, we see very less young entrepreneurs. Every person who is an entrepreneur these days, from the previous days, who have been, they are no less than 30, 35 years. So when we go with young people with very early stages, people get astonished. People are amazed that, oh, you are so young and you are doing a startup and with a good evaluation, you're funded as well. That's pretty amazing. So my one piece of advice is that right now, at the ages we all are in, from all the audience I am pitching to, I am talking about you guys, you can have failure right now. If I take an example, like if any one of you, if Siddhi, as we were talking, if Siddhi, you do a startup right now, it may fail in the next 2 years, 3 years. You can afford failure. You still have a great life ahead in having your settled life, as I call it. But imagine a person who is 35 years old, has a family, they cannot afford for a failure. You can afford a failure. So my advice, which I have been following, is that because we are young, we have that age factor still with us. We can afford to fail. Even though we are in a startup, you can try some startup, it can fail in few years. But still, you have lots of time to get settled. Jump on, get a job, work on your new skill sets, work on developing a new skill set if this strategy fails. So get your hands dirty, go ahead while doing something useful and try things and struggle a bit. No one expects you to be settled at this age. No one will expect, and neither the society wants that Pranav, at this age you should have a great 5-6 cars, great bungalow, this, that, this, that. No one expects this. No one even expects you to have a settled life right now. So struggle. Try new things, develop your skill sets. I'm not suggesting you to do a startup. You should try new things, develop your skills. I guess that's what my advice will be.
Yes, sir, it was very insightful. Now, coming towards an end, we would like to do thank you for taking out your time for interacting with our students. I personally got to know more about pitching proficiently and creating impact over your listeners. And this also refined my thoughts over marketing. And I hope it goes same for others also.
Yes, I will still like to say thanks and my gratitude towards team Saturday 10 a.m. All of you guys, thank you so much, Khushi, Jay, and all the team and all the audience who took time, maybe woken up early at this Saturday, at this weekend, to listen to me, listen to my TED talk, or maybe whatever it was, to give you guys my knowledge, my experience. I thank all of you for the same. And definitely, I would be more than happy to connect with all of you in case you want to and you would want some knowledge. I have already shared the QR code. You can go ahead, work with us, get the knowledge in case you want that. Have a startup experience. And I am also attaching my LinkedIn in the chat box. So in case any one of you would like to connect with me, want to know more things, go ahead, connect with me, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, which I was not able to in this session, and talk to you and help you in any way I can. Thank you so much, everyone.
It's a great honor, sir, to purpose the vote of thanks for this enlightening session. I would like to thank on the behalf of our entire Saturday 10 a.m. team for taking the time to speak with our students. Our sincere appreciation goes to Dr. Akshay Malhotra, our faculty mentors, Dr. Smita Bonde ma'am, Harshal Kotwal sir, for their unwavering support and leadership. Finally, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to all our attendees for the session. We appreciate your company and contribution to the session's success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, team. I'll take a leave. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you,
a
sir.
great day.
Thank
And
you very
thank you
much.
so much, everyone.